Wake up, Jacob. This is Israelite Prepper. Listen, I did a video talking about the 7 flags that a man should look for when trying to select a wife, right? So I thought I'd return the favor and consider the sisters out there who may be looking for a husband, because I'm not a big fan of wicked men. Okay, so there's a lot of unsuspecting sisters out there with a lot of guys kind of creeping out there, lurking in the bushes, waiting for their chance to pounce on an unsuspecting sister, as I said before. And you know, that really gives all of us a bad name. That doesn't do us any favors that you have some wicked or unrighteous men out there preying upon our women. Now, let me just say this. Right at the outset, probably gonna have some Israelite brothers out there getting upset and say, well, brother, how it's supposed to be is the man supposed to go to the father and the father's supposed to give away the daughter and all this other stuff. But you know, times have changed a lot. If you're able to do that, if a woman is staying chaste in her father's house, that's what you need to do. That's how you need to approach the situation. Go to the father and all that. However, if a woman's already been married, that process and that step has been broken. Although you can still show honor towards the father or whomever her headship is, if they have that particular structure set up. So, with that being out of the way, guys, I'm gonna need you to leave the room a little bit because I want to address the sisters in this matter. Now, sisters, for those of you who are looking for a husband, you need to notice some red flag. So the first red flag that you want to pay attention to is if he has poor finances. If he has poor finances. Now I want you to think about that for a second. If he doesn't have money, if he can barely take care of himself, probably can't take care of you. If he doesn't, if he's not earning some sort of income somehow, some way, if he's in between jobs, if he's down on his luck, I understand that. That's fine. However, if he's down on his luck, then he's not prepared to take care of you. He's not prepared to start a family. So he probably shouldn't be looking for a wife to begin with if he can't take care of her. What are you gonna do together? Starve? Also, in this early phase when you're courting, if he is asking you for money, that is a problem early on. Guys shouldn't be asking you for money. You're not even courting, and then if you are courting, why is he asking you for money? So that's probably a red flag. I've actually heard it from a sister who said in the early stage, the courting stage, it was like, hey, look, I don't have the money to come see you, so you have to pay for me to come see you. Wait, what? Don't fall for that. If his finances are not straightened out, then he cannot take care of you. He shouldn't be looking for a wife. That's ridiculous. What are we doing? Okay? So, guys, if you're still in the room, you're still looking at this, please leave. I'm just talking to the sisters right now. Red flag number 2, sisters, that you want to be looking for in case you want to get a good husband. Number 2, he has no vision, no plan. You start to ask him questions. Hey, what are we doing? What's your vision? What's your plan? What did the Father put on your heart for you to do? He should be able to answer this question for you, because how do you know you can follow this guy if you have no idea where he's going? If he has no idea where he's going. So don't necessarily fall for smooth, colorful language and just painting this pie in the sky. No, you need hard concrete. What are you gonna do? What are you doing the next year, next 5, next 10, next 20? What's going on? What's the goal? What's the vision? What's the plan? Okay? So keep that in mind. Let's go to the next red flag. If he has the wrong temperament or anger issues. Yeah, this could be a real sticky one. You really want to observe and watch and do your due diligence of a guy who has some real bad anger issues, or he has just a real bad temperament for you. It may not fit you. If he may be rough around the edges a little bit and that doesn't bother you, okay, fine, hey, by all means. But you do want to have an understanding, a decent understanding of someone's temperament. How is he under stress? How does he make decisions? Is he focused? How does he handle obstacles and overcome objections? What about anger or disagreement? How does he handle those situations? You may want to find out before you become betrothed and then get married and so on and so forth. You want to check someone's temperament because you don't want to walk into a landmine. Red flag number 4. He's a baby in the faith and he doesn't have a lot of biblical knowledge, because you want to be submitted to and serve a guy who is serving the Most High Yah. He doesn't have to be a scholar. He does not have to be an expert by no means. He needs to know more than you. He needs to be ahead of you. He needs to have an understanding so he can lead the home righteously. And if he can't lead the home righteously, then what are you doing? And he doesn't know righteousness if he doesn't know the Bible, if he doesn't know the will of the Most High. So it's hard for him to be righteous. It's impossible. He has to understand what is the Most High's expectations of him so that he can try to execute that. And if he's a babe in the Bible, that's going to be pretty hard to do. Now, if you're both, young, and you take your chances. You're both young, and I'm not saying that, again, he doesn't have to be an expert. But what I'm saying is that you looking for a leader and he has a spiritual maturity. And if he lacks that, it could be an uphill battle. But hey, that's up to you. But could be a red flag. If that's what you're looking for and he's young in it, you might want to pump the brakes a little bit. Let's go to the next red flag. Number 5, he lacks honesty and integrity. He lacks honesty and integrity. He can't answer your questions clearly. You are trying to get some sort of information. You're trying to get to know him, and it's a tangled web he weaves. You have no idea whether you're coming and going. The story keeps changing. He has no integrity. Is it a man who says what he means and means what he says? Is he a guy of integrity? Is he a man of honor? Does he honor his word? Does he have an impeccable character? You got to find out. You want to test those type of things. Test him to see if he's honest and has integrity. That may take a little bit of time, but you have to have a discerning eye. Next red flag. Number 6 is he given to too much wine or strong drink? Now listen carefully. It's okay if he has a drink. It's okay to drink, but is he a drunkard? Someone who drinks and a drunkard is two different things. You have to know the difference. So you have to ask him, how often does he drink? When does he drink? What does he drink? Just to find out. Is it occasional? Is it every now and again? Is it just on feast days? Or is it every day when he gets home from work? You may want to find that out. Because if he's a drunkard, it's going to be tough to be a husband and a leader. So look into that, because being drunk could cause a lot of problems. Number 7, extreme isolation. If he wants extreme isolation, you might want to be wary. Now here's the thing. A man is in charge of his own home. He can lead it. He does what he wants, things like that. But whom is he accountable to? Does he wants to be, not just you being isolated? That's another problem. But what about him? Does he have any other friends? Does he have any other elders or any other peers that he goes around? Is there a ministry that he's a part of or that he runs? Just being around the brethren. Want to know why? Because iron sharpens iron. No man is an island. It's the only way that we as men get better, when we can go with the brethren and be around the brethren, sharpening our sword. It's the only way to get it done. Now, isolation on your part. Does he want you to associate and fellowship with other sisters, okay? Other like-minded individuals. We should not forsake the assembling of ourselves together, and how great it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. So extreme isolation could be a problem. You want to investigate that. Who is he connected to, okay? I know a little bit of mystery is good, but there's some things you just gotta know. Now, that was 7 red flags you want to watch out for. But I do have one more bonus. Bonus red flag. Early on in the courting stage, he is looking for sex. That can be a problem. When it's early, you've had 1-2 conversations and he's already on that particular conversation with a bunch of innuendos and setting expectations and trying to get at that, like sampling the goods. We don't do that in Israel, okay? You break it, you bought it, all right? That's it. You cannot just sample the goods and test the waters and all. You cannot do that, okay? You have to value yourself and you have to make sure that he values you as well. Now, this video isn't about the value, a bride price, a virgin, and a dowry, and all that, and then a widow, and it's not about divorce, remarriage. I'm just saying you may be in a position right now that, hey, you've never been married, or you have been married, you're divorced, you're looking for a husband, and you don't want to make the same mistake. So I would tell you that it behooves you to look at some of these red flags, be a little bit more discerning, be a little bit more patient, and you might be on your way to finding a good husband. It's Israelite Prepper. I'll see you on the next video.